Alright, so this is what I wanted to show you guys earlier. It was the difference between the two maps from 685 to 686. And I think it takes a little bit of looking at it. I'll drop the link in the chat so you guys can take a look at it on your own. But it's pretty awesome to see the differences there, and it gives you a better idea of what's going on with the map. So I'll drop that in the chat for you guys. And yeah, we'll hop into our game here and get started with our second match of the night. Once again, guys, I'm Niz. Thanks for joining me. As what the heck am I doing? I'm clicking all kinds of the wrong stuff right now. There we go. We're finally on the right tabs, right everything, all windows open. We're good to go. But yeah, we're in our second game of the night. We're going to be casting Not Today this time. They're going up against Boreal eSports, which we saw in our first match. Not Today, of course, we saw play last night in our last game of the night, as they put on an impressive performance to stop Shazam's unbeaten streak. They had gone 2-0 and looking to make it 3-0, but Not Today was there to snap that streak and take a win away from them. So Shazam ended 2-1 in the group. Not Today, of course, finished that day with the only win with Boreal eSports and Arctic, which is now Slayers. They both, unfortunately, had a loss. But we saw our first match of tonight. Slayers take a win off of Boreal. So they're sitting at 1-1. So with a win here, Not Today will put themselves tied for first place. And it'll come down to our final match between Not Today and Slayers to determine who will advance to the next round. Whether or not, if Not Today wins that, then we've got our top two. If they lose that, then we've got a three-way tie, which will have to be determined at a later time. As for Boreal, they desperately need a win here, and then if they get a win here, then they need Slayers to actually no, there's no way. Boreal's out. Yeah, even if Boreal gets a win here, Not Today, then sitting at 1-0, and if they win the next game, they end up 2-1, and if Slayers win, they end up 2-1. So there's no way Boreal can advance, unfortunately for them. But they'd like to finish this with at least a win, as both their losses were actually really tough losses. They actually did quite well in the games. They were definitely in position to win those games, but they just weren't able to close it out. Our last game that we saw, they were playing some good Dota, but then they just let Slayers back in. They left the door open a little bit, and Slayers just started kicking it open a little bit further, and brought themselves back from a 7,500 gold deficit to a 7,500 gold lead, and a 10k XP deficit to a 10k XP lead. Just completely flipped the table there, but let's get into talking about this draft because it's moving pretty quickly. And so far, unfortunately, nothing new for 686 getting picked up here. But we've got Undying, Shadow Fiend, Darkseer, and Bane getting banned by Not Today. The bans for Boreal eSports were Tusk, Templar Assassin, Gyrocopter, and Night Stalker. The picks now: Queen of Pain and Earthshaker for Not Today, and Lina and Ember Spirit getting picked up by Boreal eSports. As for the changes to these heroes, we saw Queen of Pain last game. She had a slight nerf to the damage of her Scream of Pain, and her ult travels a little bit slower. Earthshaker, I don't believe he was changed at all. Disruptor also, who just got picked up now, was not changed at all in the patch. Lina, don't believe was changed. Ember Spirit, the only change to him is that remnants no longer grant vision around them. So none of these heroes really getting changed all that much, and still we wait to see if any of these teams are going to take a gamble and pick something maybe a little unorthodox. Boreal eSports could definitely be one of those teams to do it, as like I said, this one they'd like a win, but technically they're eliminated, so they're actually going to pick an Ogre Magi here. Ogre Magi, we thought it was a little crazy in 685 when Ogre Magi got the buff to his HP regen, bringing it up to 2.5. In 6.86, they actually brought it from 2.5 to 3.5. So Ogre Magi, he's basically constantly has a tango on him, is what it's going to feel like. So it'll be interesting to see how they're going to utilize that in this game. And I think we might...
Reserve time.
We've already got a Lina and an Ogre Magi. I wonder if they're thinking of pairing those heroes together. That could be a pretty deadly combination. I wonder if Aether Lens is an item on Ogre, giving him 200 increased attack cast range for his abilities. That would be huge for Ogre Magi. I definitely like that. What else? Still not today. Come on, pick. Maybe they were caught a little off guard by the Ogre Magi pick, because they're dipping quite a bit into their reserve time. 26 seconds left, and they pick Shadow Shaman. So it looks like we're going to see another offlane Earthshaker. Because maybe the offlane Earthshaker's back. We saw it for a while in 685, but then it just kind of phased away. Phased out of existence. And, yeah, now we're starting to see it a little bit more, now that 686 has hit, so... should be interesting. We saw Jeppins doing a pretty good job last game.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. I don't know what to say beyond that. Anti-Mage going to get picked up. So they have an Ember and an Anti-Mage here. So they're going with that safe lane Anti-Mage, and I think... so they see an Earthshaker off lane. They pick an Anti-Mage. They know that they can leave that Anti-Mage against the Earthshaker, and he'll be able to beat him 1v1 pretty easily.
10 seconds
so they're
remaining.
probably going to go aggressive, and that's what I was thinking when they picked up that Ogre. Seeing it with the
5
Lina,
seconds
I was
remaining.
thinking that it was a possibility.
Reserve
So I
time.
wonder if they're going to go aggro and try to punish what heroes come out from Not Today. Disruptor, one of those heroes that in a tri-lane, if he just has a bad start, he is really limping around all game long. And Shadow Shaman,
10
honestly
seconds
not
remaining.
the best support to have in a defensive tri-lane when you're getting
Radiant
aggroed.
team
So
back.
I think this is definitely a possibility for Boreal to aggro into this. Question is how does Not Today respond to that, though? Maybe, I mean, they keep the Earthshaker in the off lane. Do they then send a hero down there?
10 seconds remaining.
Question is who? Probably the Disruptor.
5 seconds remaining.
No, the Shadow Shaman. You send the Shadow Shaman down there to help out the Earthshaker against the Anti-Mage to
Reserve
force a
time.
hero away from the top. Question is who is Boreal eSports going to pick to go up there if they choose to do this, to go with the Lina and the Ogre Magi? You could have a support Lina and bring her down. Maybe your
Dire team
Ogre
pick.
is your offlaner. But the final bans are in. Dazzle getting banned out by Not Today. Viper getting banned out by Boreal. They want to get rid of that strong mid-game presence. Certainly that would be something that would make Not Today quite strong. They'd be able to roll with the punches there and snowball off the Queen of Pain. They're going to pick Juggernaut, which is another
Radiant
hero that's
team
pretty
pick.
similar in when he kind of comes online. In that mid-game, he becomes really, really strong. He does scale a little bit better than the Viper. Well, he scales a lot better. But in terms of when he comes on, relative strength in the game, he comes on a little bit later and lasts a little bit later on into the game. And look at this. Boreal eSports going to close out their draft with a Skywrath Mage. So we're going to have support Sky, support Lina probably, and offlane Ogre Magi. And looks like based on who's picking up those heroes, that's what we're going to see. This is going to be a fun one, I think, because Boreal eSports definitely trying something new. Not really picking, apart from the Ogre Magi, not really picking anything outside of our regular meta that we're used to. But what the heck? Am I on someone's camera?
Prepare
On the
for battle.
directed camera. How is this even happening? I don't know, but we fixed it. So let's introduce the teams and the players. On the Radiant side, we're going to have Boreal eSports. We got Pizza Dad playing the Skywrath Mage. Ricky Boys is going to be playing the Lina. Kageyama is going to be playing the Ember Spirit. Suma is going to be playing the Anti-Mage. And Jeppin is going to be playing the Ogre Magi. As for our Dire side, we've got Not Today.
My
We've got
thanks.
Benjaz playing the Juggernaut. Goody's going to be playing the Shadow Shaman. Jerry's going to be on the Disruptor. DDX is going to be playing the Earthshaker. We saw him play out of his mind on Darkseer yesterday. We actually saw a pretty good performance from the Darkseer the game previous to this, but DDX
30
was
seconds to
crazy last night. And Leo Style is going to close out the lineup with the Queen of Pain. Nothing new in terms of the new items with regards to the starting items. As looks like we're going to have Boreal eSports going for the top rune here, and Not Today going for the bottom. Actually devoting 4 heroes down here. Whereas Boreal eSports just has 3 up in the top lane. Anti-Mage going to scout out what's going on here. And I don't know what Pizza Dad was doing, but he's all the way back in the base, and he's not going to get the block on the creeps. Goody, starting with those boots. He's going to run down here. And where is he going? Is he gonna try to go for the courier maybe? Is that what he's going for? As unfortunately we have another pause. Please no, yeah, this was happening all last game. And it was Boreal had to pause once. Go, sorry, Peru. And here's Goody going for the courier. He's going to be a little bit too late getting there. He's going to eat a tree to try to go for it, but no, I'm not going to be able to. Look at this. Look at the harass coming out from Jerry here. And look at the HP regen. Oh my gosh. You add this mango on, and that's 5.2 per second. Absolutely ridiculous. But we are going to have that offlane Ogre Magi. He's going up against Disruptor and Juggernaut. In the mid lane, we're going to have the Lina and the Ember Spirit going up against the Queen of Pain and the Rasta, the Shadow Shaman. We've got Skywrath Mage and Anti-Mage going up against the offlane Earthshaker. Ton of harass coming out here in the mid lane. I believe there's a ton of harass going out in the top lane. As Jerry, he's almost burned through all his mana. And Jeppin's really, he's eaten one tree. As the offlane Ogre is a real thing right now. It was Shadow Shaman, unfortunately, dies to the neutral creeps to take the fast trip back to the fountain. And oh my goodness, we're going to have first blood. As Kageyama and Ricky Boys managed to catch out Leo Style there on the Queen of Pain and get the first blood. DDX going to go and stack this camp. Interesting to see how they're going to try to utilize this. We haven't seen the creeps be used much at all.
Yes.
At least the offlane ones. As Kageyama's going to go for Leo Style here. Getting some damage in. Goody will actually get the courier there. And Kageyama dove a little bit deep. Now he's going to get caught with the shackle. Leo Style is going to be able to return the favor from the first blood a little bit earlier on. And look at Jeppins. He still hasn't used any regen apart from that first tango that we saw him use. Sitting at full HP practically. And they just can't bully him out of this lane. This is a hero that's going to make it so you almost can't duo lane against him. It's just not enough. You're just going to have to accept the fact that the Ogre Magi is going to get more. Hey, Frumpo. Calling me out. Hey, I did catch first blood there. I haven't been missing too many kills tonight. Camera work's still a little shoddy, though, in terms of it being smooth. Shackle Shot going to grab Jeppins here. As Jerry and Benjaz going to try to get some right clicks in. Look at Jeppins. He's not even scared. He's just smacking the Shadow Shaman. Now, unfortunately, Benjaz is going to spin on him, and we are going to see Jeppins go down here. So maybe a little overzealous. Maybe he should have started running and tried to juke that kinetic field. Oh, Kageyama tried to get the Searing Chains off onto Leo Style, but just barely didn't get it to land. This Goody once again denies himself to the neutral creeps. As Kageyama mans up on Leo Style, and this time he wins out. The catapults on him, but DDX TP's on in, gets the kill there. Woo. little bit of hostility there. Now Goody's going to come down to the bottom lane. Let's take a look at the stack. Has he stacked it further? In fact, the first time he didn't even get the stack. So pulling it just slightly the wrong time there. You got to get used to those new camps. DDX now going to rotate on in. He's already got his arcanes. You're going to try to get a fissure block off here. We do have level 5 on the Ember Spirit. That means the Flame Guard's going to protect a lot of the damage. But they should be able to burn through it quickly. And now Kageyama's going to go on to Leo Style, but look at how much damage Leo Style's taken. That silence from Pizza Dad combined with the damage from the Flame Guard does so much. And in the top lane, Jeppins and Ricky Boys getting a lot of damage in on Benjaz. Benjaz is able to get away with help from Jerry's kinetic field. Now Benjaz has popped that healing salve, going to try to chase. Still won't have level 6 available on Benjaz just yet, but meanwhile we've got a wraparound from Goody in the mid lane. Who's he going for? He's going to go for Kageyama, as the silence is going to get used from Pizza Dad onto Goody, but he's just going to wait that out, and Kageyama is going to go down.
You have learned well.
As they once again get a kill on the Ember Spirit, and the Shadow Shaman goes down there as well, but they'll gladly take that trade. Jeppins, ooh, living life on the edge there. He'll pop his healing salve and try to re-engage. I feel like we just saw this, but the other side, where Benjaz just barely escaped and popped his healing salve. Ricky Boy's trying to chase down Jerry. Is good. He's going to TP on in, come through the hole in the trees, and he's going to use his shackle to hold on to Jeppins here. And now they're going to get the kill onto him. They're going to keep going for Ricky Boys. No, they're not. Benjaz is going to back away. He was on low HP. He didn't want to risk it, and certainly he wants to be able to farm these creeps that are going to be coming to his tower. Jerry was also just barely had more HP to survive. Just barely had enough HP to survive that attack. The last auto attack that was thrown by the Lina. And Leo Style gets a kill on the Ember Spirit in the mid lane. A lot of action this mid lane.
I am ever so grateful.
As we've seen, let's actually take a quick count. We've had Ember Spirit die 4 times. He's gotten 3 kills. We've had 1 kill and 1 assist for the Sky Wrath. Then we look at the Dire side. We've got the Queen of Pain 3, 2, and 1. And then the Rasta, who's been all over the place, but he's 0, 3, and 4. And now Leo Style goes to blink away, but once again he's caught with that silence, and he's slowed down, and Ricky Boys hits him with the stun, but not able to finish him off. They needed 1 more, maybe, possibly 2 more auto attacks to get him there. But we haven't talked at all about Suoma. As he's been farming in this bottom lane, though, he's picked up an Iron Talon. That allows him to hop out of that bottom lane and go right into the jungle. As that's what we've been seeing people using it for so far. We saw Gyrocopter pick it up last game. As apparently they're... I think that's probably the goal of this. Originally thinking that it was about jungling. And people starting in the jungle. They wanted to bring back junglers, but now that we're seeing it, it makes a lot more sense that your carry can just hop into the jungle, and it kind of aligns with what we saw with the changes
Radiant's top
to Spectre,
tower is under attack.
the patch previously, giving him the ability to leave the lane and go and jungle a little bit more effectively. We're having a little push here from Not Today in the top tier 1, but Jeppins is hiding in the wings, and here come all the heroes from Boreal eSports. As Kinetic, not going to trap anyone. But we won't have a kill. The tier 1 tower will be defended. Meanwhile in the mid lane, Kageyama and Leo Style continue to do battle. Oh, Leo Style blinks in, will get the bounty rune. Kageyama very, very low, will jump out to his remnant. He leaves another remnant down. Pizza Dad, Ricky Boys, and Jeppins are all here, but what were Ricky Boys and Jeppins doing? They just let Pizza Dad die there. That was definitely a mistake from them. They will get the return kill onto Jerry. But now DDX is going to come in. He does have Echo. He's going to use it. And with Leo Style coming in with the Sonic Wave, that's a triple kill on the Sonic Wave for him. He actually gets an ultra kill in the fight, killing all 4 of the heroes that died. The only one who wasn't killed was this Anti-Mage, who's been absolutely left alone in the bottom lane.
Is under attack.
Now DDX going to TP back down here. He's up to 1,000 gold now. He's already got his arcanes, as we mentioned earlier. So he's making good progress towards his Blink Dagger.
Tower is under attack.
Let's take a look at Leo style. Is that 1,000 gold? Got treads and a Robe of the Magi. What is this courier going to pick up? It's going to pick up the energy booster. That's going to be flying into Goody. So that's going to be his mana boots. Jerry just has his brown boots, 300 gold. Benjaz has gone phase. Aquila and's got 600 gold on hand. Jeppins, the offlane Ogre Magi, his gold's kind of gone somewhere. I don't know where, but he's got boots and an Orb of Venom. He doesn't have anything else. Where's all his gold gone? I mean, I guess he died 3 times, but wow. He's now going to hit 6. But that was surprising. He seemed to be doing quite well in the offlane, and that just completely fell off. Well, moving on, let's take a look at Sky. Got the brown boots, upgraded his stick to a wand, and got his typical support stuff. We're seeing people, supports constantly carrying around smokes now. As Lena, she's got her brown boots. She's upgraded her stick to a wand as well, and also has a smoke. Leo Style taking a lot of damage, silenced up by Pizza Dad there, and then Leo Style actually blinking back towards his team, but Kageyama was close by. Let's take a look at Kageyama as he's got his treads, bottle, magic wand, and PMS, 300 gold as well. And that brings us to Suoma on the Anti-Mage. What does he have? We already noted the Iron Talon. He's got treads. He's picked up a Perseverance. He's at 1,100 gold, so he's getting close to finishing his Battle Fear. And unfortunately, I miss a kill there as Goody manages to catch out Kageyama. I think Leo Style had a helping hand in that, although he didn't really use his ult or anything like that. It looks like the Ward Trap was enough. There's the ult as he TPs down to the bottom lane and immediately blows up Pizza Dad.
Radiant's middle tower
not able
is
to
under
get
attack.
that Anti-Mage as he just then leaves the bottom lane, hops into the jungle, and he's able to farm the jungle. This is something that we didn't really see before Battle Fury get picked up by Anti-Mage. It was very, very difficult for him to be able to do so. And Kageyama a little bit pissed off with what happened before as he's going super aggressive, and he will get the kill on Goody.
Radiant's bottom
Jeppins will get a little
tower
bit
is
of
under
farm here
attack.
under the tier 2 tower
Dire's
in the top
middle
lane.
tower is under attack.
We'll
Dire's
take a
structures
quick
are fortified.
inventory on the hero levels in this game. We've got everyone at level 6 or above, with the exception of the 2 position 5 support. Skyrath sitting at 142 XP right now, and the Disruptor sitting at 434. So the Disruptor going to hit it a little bit earlier than the Skyrath Mage. Or at least he's closer to it. Today going to hit Leo with the concussive there. There's definitely no follow-up there. Leo's going to pick up the bounty rune.
Well, look at that.
As DDX is up to 1,900 gold on the Earthshaker. And here we go. Our first smoke getting popped to the game. It's going to be Goody and Leo. Style leading the way. They're going to look for a hero. Did they see Pizza Dad? I think they did. Well, maybe not. They warded. And there was a ping coming up. We still have a walking courier from the Radiant side. Okay. Well, they will find a target, and it's way better than the Skyrath Mage, as it's the Anti-Mage. And they bring him down. So Suoma takes a fall. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Kageyama and Pizza Dad will manage to get a kill, but it's on Jerry. Well, Omni Slash was used there by Benjaz, but Kageyama was able to jump away. He only got hit by 1 slash, I believe there, maybe 2 at most. As it looks like he may be able to get away. Never mind. Leo Style blinks on in. He gets a monster kill. Has he really been streaking that hard recently? He has. He's at 9-2-3.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Goody's going to come in from the side here. He's going to be completely surrounded by heroes from Boreal. He will get the Serpent Wards down, but he got blowed up. There's Pizza Dad going to go down as well. Jeppins and Ricky Boyce trying to re-engage, but they're not really going to be able to.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They will be able to
Radiant's middle tower is
get
under
that
attack.
kinetic field down to make sure that their Disruptor gets out of here. And now, Suoma's going to come in and farm up these Serpent Wards, and I didn't mention it, but I saw the pickup in the last team fight. It was the Blink Dagger for DDX, and he's going to use that to get a double kill, as they had the Anti-Mage farming up their Serpent Wards. Serpent Wards changed so that they don't have a flat HP value.
Radiant's
They've got a
bottom
flat
tower
number
is
of
under
hits,
attack.
number of attacks necessary to destroy them, so it's at 2. And they were farming that up, but oh no, Leo Style jumps in and kills Kageyama as it's falling apart for Boreal already.
Radiant's bottom tower.
We saw
is
them
under
playing
attack.
well in the other games, but then as the game went on, they just kind of weren't able to close it out and got finished off. While Earthshaker managed just to get that fissure onto the Anti-Mage, and now Pizza Dad getting glimpsed back. He's going to try to run. Jeppins is going to come into his aid, and he will be able to get the stun off on DDX. It's a multicast. Just a 2x. Jeppin still level, only has a rank 1 on that multicast. Will he be able to get the kill onto DDX? No. Benjaz's spin able to finish him off as DDX able to escape with 70 HP. And now Ricky Boys in a little bit of a vulnerable situation.
Radiant's top tower is
Position,
under
but I
attack.
think he will be able to get out. Nice stun onto Goody. He realized that he was the biggest threat. Glimpse will bring him right back, and DDX, perfect positioning there. Gets the stun. There's great coordination there coming out from Not Today. But Kageyama will run back in. He will get the Sleight of Fist off onto the Earthshaker and brings him down, but it costs him his life. In the end, definitely not a trade that they wanted. As it's 22-9. Not today.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
My goodness.
Radiant's middle tower
They have been
is under
playing some
attack.
good Dota. They have really been playing some good Dota. They played incredibly against Shazam to close out yesterday's set of games, and now their first game of today, they're playing good. They're playing some good stuff. They're definitely in a good position to take this game. There is still an Anti-Mage on this Radiant side who basically has his, or
Radiant's
is soon to
bottom
finish
tower
his
is under attack.
Battle Fury. I'm a little bit intrigued by this Ring of Protection pickup. I wonder if that was just... no, it wouldn't have been to reduce the amount of gold he was going to lose. I mean, maybe if he was sitting just barely above 200 and he was going to lose most
Dire's
of it,
middle tower is under
he might have
attack.
purchased it. Well, Soma getting caught as he's going to get glimpsed and brought back to the Static Storm. I'm not really sure why he was sitting there. I think they wanted to set up something. There was a lot of heroes coming down here from Boreal eSports, but in the end, Not Today's. They're the ones just dictating the pace of this game, and they're just running all over Boreal eSports. Laguna's going to come out, but it barely even tickles Leo, and he just bottles himself back up. Now Jeppins is going to try to fight Leo, and Pizza Dad going to drop the Mystic Flare onto Leo, but Leo's still fine. He still has plenty of HP. He's going to keep bottling himself back up, and when he's done that bottle, he's up to basically 400 HP now. They're going to earn him. He still has charges on his stick, too.
Radiant's bottom tower is
They
under
just
attack.
devoted everything to try and bring down this Queen of Pain. They didn't bring him down, and they all died. Now Kageyama trying to push in the top lane will get forced back by a set of TPs. And it looks like
Radiant
Not Today.
structures
Still
are
probably going to get the
fortified.
bottom tier 2. Well, maybe not. Glyph going to get used.
Given.
And with everyone alive on the side of Boreal eSports, Not Today plays some responsible Dota and backs away. They don't want to risk anything. Ping's coming out as they see Leo, and look at where Ricky Boys is. This is one of the new changes to the map. The fact that you can walk up there. Kageyama getting caught out in the mid lane as he's going to go down once again. Jeppins will get a stun up on Jerry. Mystic Flare is going to deal some good damage to him. But look at this. So the Glimmer Cape already picked up by the Earthshaker, reducing the majority of the damage coming up from the Skywrath Mage. Glimpse going to bring back Jeppins. Will the Kinetic Field trap him? It will. But Jeppins going to juke into the trees. And get back a little bit closer to Ricky Boys.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's Not Today. They're definitely not slowing down. They're continuing to fight. We got a smoke here from Boreal
Radiant's
eSports.
top tower
And there's
is
a
under
lot of
attack.
enemy heroes nearby, but they're not actually going to go in the direction of any of them. Or maybe they might be going towards Goody, who's still hiding in the trees here. But he's just going to
Radiant's
claim
top
that tier
tower
2
has
tower
fallen.
by himself, and instead, while all the Boreal heroes are off trying to gank somewhere else, Not Today is going to go for a gank and continue to put pressure on this Anti-Mage. He's now up to 900 gold. Still hasn't finished his Battle Fury. We're now 19 minutes into this game. Oh, Kageyama is going to run into the enemy team, and he's going to be able to jump away. He blinked into them, got this Sleight of Fist off, or sorry, Searing Chains off, and then jumped away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
Oh, Ricky Boy is going to get caught out. Goody using that blink dagger, managing to blink in and catch. And let's take a look at her net worth. See what the difference is. This is getting a little out of control. We know it's huge. It's already past the 15k mark.
Dire's
XP past the 12k mark. As I mean, this is very one-sided. I mean, 28 to 10. It's actually closed up a little bit. But now Mystic Flare getting dropped on the DDX. He doesn't die. Kageyama's going to go down instead, as they get another 4 kills. Once again, not getting the kill on the Anti-Mage, but he's off farming. And he will finally finish his Battle Fury. 19.5 minutes in. But I think that is far too late. Benjaz has finished his Battle Fury a long time ago, and he's also been a part of 11 kills for his team. Whereas we've got 0, 3, and 1 for the Anti-Mage. On top of that, Benjaz hasn't died. He has 0 deaths.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That constant chicken sound is so annoying coming up from the roster, by the way.
Attack.
So annoying. They'll just chip away at the tier 3. They're not going to commit too hard for this. They'll back away.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Courier's gonna go down. I'm not sure what was on it, but it had 2,000 gold. It got picked off by the Anti-Mage. I'll point that out in a second. It was all the way up around here if you take a look at the minimap. But meanwhile, we've got battle going on down here. They might possibly get a pick off on Pizza Dad. Juking through the trees. I wasn't sure what the pathing was like through there, but apparently he knew, as it got him a little bit further, but he still goes down. They will get the Hex off on Kageyama and the Shackle, and eventually they get the kill there. Is this must be, oh, we get a pause coming out. This must be, is this an Immortal? Yes, it is. Misclick. He's misclicking. What? What the heck? I don't know what's going on, guys, but I don't know how you misclick. I mean, maybe he's got it unbound, so it's not, or bound to something different than F9, but still a little weird that he misclicks and hits that pause button a few times there. But oh well, it is what it is. We're resumed now, so let's not dwell on it.
Middle tower is under attack.
Not today. Gonna bring down Roche.
Are fortified. Roshan has
Aegis is going to go to the Juggernaut.
Dire's
what is he got? He's got a
tower
Mantis
has
style. Let's
been
actually bring
denied.
up our items here, so you can quickly take a look and catch up and see all the items. I know it's been hard for me to take a look at the items this game and kind of go over them. I've been trying to catch all the action without jumping around all over the map to too many heroes. But that's our first new item of the game. Well, actually, not our first. We have an Iron Talon picked up by Soma early on in the game, but now we're going to have the Aether Lens, which just got completed by Goody. So that's going to increase the range of his abilities by 200. It's also going to give him 8% more damage on those spells. And now everyone's picking one up, as Ogre Magi just finishes his. As I was talking about that a little bit in the draft, I think that's awesome for him. But we also had Disruptor pick his up as well, as Juckins getting caught out
bottom tower is under attack.
And Kageyama getting caught by, well, not getting caught. He was going on the aggressive there. And Goody trying to do what he can to stay alive. Now Kageyama is in a static storm, but he's not the one in trouble. It's Jerry. Actually, never mind. DDX TP's on in and gets a fissure from the other side of the trees. Now Kageyama will buy back. So will Suoma, as they're going to try and stop it. What is going on with this Juggernaut? He's swimming through the ground, and that looked ridiculous when he was spitting. Kageyama's gonna go down, and this is probably gonna be this set of racks, maybe 2 sets of racks. As Benjaz is gonna get stunned. As this looks like one of the bugs, or this happened to Ember Spirit a lot last patch, where he'd be sitting there constantly. Yeah, anyone else see Jug constantly swinging his arms? The silence gonna come out from Pizza Dad onto Jerry. Jerry just steps out of the Mystic Flare. And this man fighting him, he's going to win out. Leo Style actually comes in. And now Ricky Boy is going to go down as well. Where's Jug? Let's take a look at Jug again, because this is hilarious. As he's continuing to run through the ground. We're mixing action because we're zoomed in on a Juggernaut. As Jeppin's going to get glimpsed back, and he's going to go down. And I'm really not sure why Boreal hasn't GG'd out of this. I know I like seeing comebacks, but this is...
Radiant's middle tower is
I don't
under
know if you
attack.
come back from this. You've got an anti-mage, but he just died, fought back, died again, and he was already poor, or relatively poor to begin with. Take a look at the net worth. He's the only one above anyone on the side of Not Today, and
Radiant's bottom
as I say that,
barracks
I'm
are
just
under
your
attack.
passive disruptor, but just barely. No, oh my goodness, the Omni Slash gets 1, 2...
Radiant's
It's
bottom
not
barracks
enough
are
to bring
under
down
attack.
a third hero just yet.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Dire
attack.
loses
Radiant's
their
bottom barracks has
career again as Leo Style gets another kill. GG will finally get called. Ricky Boys and Boreal eSports will tap out as unfortunately they finish. Wow, the salt is real.
Radiant's middle tower has
But
fallen.
yeah, they'll finish, unfortunately, the Dota 2 Canada Cup Group D without a win. But not today.
Radiant's middle barracks are under
After
attack.
seeing them
Radiant's
the
middle
play
barracks
against
has
Shazam,
fallen.
well, first of all, we saw Shazam start
Radiant's middle
pretty
barracks
impressively. They
has
were
fallen.
playing some good Dota. We expected them to come out first in the group. And then they ran into Not Today. And then Not Today kind of just played some great Dota and ran all over Shazam. So now it kind of stands to reason that maybe Not Today is the one favored. And now with this win, they're gonna be tied with Shazam at 2-1. And if they just win their next game, then they're guaranteed
Dire
first in the group and also advance to the next round. We're already guaranteed to at least be in the tiebreaker, if there is one, if there becomes a 3-way tie. But that's all dependent on our next game, whether or not Today can beat our new team, Arctic, which is now known as Slayers. But yeah, if Not Today wins that, then we won't have a tie. But if Slayers win, then we do have a 3-way tie. But that's going to wrap it up for this game. I don't know when the next game's going to start. We had a little bit of wait for this game to start, even though it was quite a bit beyond the schedule. But we weren't waiting for BTS. We were waiting for Moonduck, as they were having a little bit of production issues and had to restart the stream and do a bunch of stuff. And then we were waiting on the players, I believe, because there was a couple patches. And I patched quickly, but some of the players were taking a little bit longer to patch. But hopefully we don't have too long of a wait. The next match was supposed to start 11 minutes ago, so hopefully the other team is ready to go. And Not Today will only want probably about a 5-minute break, and they'll be ready to hop into that. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. Once again, guys, I was Niz. Hopefully you enjoyed that cast, and hopefully you're going to stick with us for our next one, as we've got one more match to round out the night, and then I'm eagerly waiting to play some 6.86. I haven't got to play any games yet. I played one game against bots to test some things, but haven't actually got to play a game against real players yet, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm guessing you guys are probably sitting there playing some 6.86 right now and having this on your second monitor, but just letting you know I'm jealous. I'm jealous. But until then, I'm going to throw it to some music, and we'll be back with our next game.